Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here Saturday, the 29th of October. Here we go. Like, subscribe, ring the bell here. Max Wager, win a free pick. Welcome on into the show. The 7-day steal for $29.25 is scrolling. I said I wouldn't come back unless I had a bunch of sales, and we got them. Thank you for those of you who purchased. And not just here, but even on the other sites. I don't know. People went out and paid full price, $175 for the week instead of $30, but whatever. But let's get into some college football. Here we go. I'm going to put everything up here in the chat. Winner last night, ECU 33-25 plus 745. Baseball got it done with the Phillies. I marked it down as a loss, but they got back and won 210 and 208 plus 3060. Not bad there. Hockey did go down with the over 3-2 plus $1. NBA winner 4-6, 235. But let's get to it. Teaser Tuesday, TCU, Ohio State, and Oregon. That's why these lines are what they are. All right, because that's from Teaser Tuesday. If you're on the regular picks here, Notre Dame early, Tulsa, Louisville, USC under. These are all also up on the Twitter universe, Mr. Sean Higgs, if you're there. But let's do a quick little run. We got a couple minutes before the nooners start, but BC UConn, I would lean, I guess, under. Why even? Come on, that would be if we roll into the BC game. If you're looking to bet that game, much like the UMass game, you know what that's going to be. That's going to be one of these.
Stop it. Get some help.
Stay away. Stay away. Oklahoma, Iowa State. I like the Sooners here. Give me a little Oklahoma money. TCU and West Virginia. West Virginia's been terrible, and I know I've got this up as a premium play. It's also in the teaser part of the show, but I'll like TCU here as well. Ohio State, Penn State. I mean, Ohio State had the hiccup in game one, put up 21, but as I say every week, this team should put up 45 every game. How about an over here? How about a little over at Penn State? They'll probably put a couple up at home, be respectable. I don't think they're good enough to slow down the Buckeyes. You know, OSU in the over, I get it. We got OSU in the teaser section. Notre Dame and the Cuse. Give me Notre Dame. They were +3, and I'm like, why are these guys +3? Like, it's kind of begging you to take Syracuse. I can't do it. I mean, Notre Dame played BYU in Vegas, won there. I was shocked at that one. Maybe BYU's, not what they've seen. They, just lost a close one there to ECU at home. But ECU, again, they, beat a pretty good UCF team. Maybe East Carolina's not as bad as what they first appeared. Remember, week one, they probably should have had a win over NC State. They knew how to kick the ball. Again, but Notre Dame, again, winning at Carolina. So they could win on the road. And the coach, I'm not a fan of the coach, but they still get some talent here. And the Cuse for me, tough one versus Clemson. Should have won. So, hey, maybe they bounce back. We'll see. We're going to find out. I don't know. I think they're going to be a little deflated here. Give me Notre Dame in let's be honest, it's a must-win game. You got 4 wins. Come on, Notre Dame. Nothing's guaranteed for these guys when you're losing to Marshall. So you can't overlook teams. Give me Notre Dame on the money line. Houston, UCF. Cougars playing better. So you want to lay the A team, South Florida, the Bulls, not interested in. Ramblin' Wreck, Georgia Tech. Improved when they fired the coach. I put them out here last week on a Thursday night. They proceed to wet the bed. I guess Florida State, I know the line's gone up. And I think that we might have a Deion Sanders sighting coming home to this team if Norville craps it up the rest of the way. But I'll take Florida State here. I'll lay to 23, 24, whatever it is. Arkansas and Auburn. Oh, man. I know everybody's going to be on Arkansas here, but I might have to go ugly and just say Auburn. But, again, no, didn't bet any of those. Not really interested in. And we got some action because action does start up on Tuesday. So a couple games here today. And this is actually my Maction 3-pack. I guess I could give it out if you bought it. I apologize. There's only a minute left to go, but I grabbed I got Eastern Michigan plus 9.5 and under 59. Now the line's obviously moved a bit, but if you'd buy a weekly pass on Look Ahead Lines, you would have had plus 10, plus 9.5 instead of a plus 3. So there's that. Anyway, and Miami, Ohio, and the Zips. I like the Zips today. Give me the Zips. I thought I bet the Zips plus 9. I guess I did not. I probably should have put them in the chat. What did I not bet Akron? I thought I bet Akron today. I thought I was betting Akron. Well, I didn't. It happens. Sometimes I make mistakes. Tim's here. Tim, how was breakfast yesterday with your uncle?
It was good. He was on a layover going from one place to another, and he had 3 hours to kill. And said, "Hey, there's a Crackle Barrel about 4 minutes away from the airport. Let's go."
Cracker Barrel. I loved when I was driving down here. There were Cracker Barrel signs everywhere. And it said, "Bring in the dumplings." I guess they had some kind of dumpling deal. They have dumplings at Cracker Barrel?
I have not a clue. I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure they do. Send in the dumplings with the big billboards. Billboards too as well.
That's the first time I'm hearing about this.
Yes, send in the dumplings. Now I'm gonna have to go.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yes, I'm going to look it up right now. I'm gonna go on a little search. Send in the dumplings. I want to see if they have a little sign of their dumplings.
Crackle Barrel dumplings.
Yeah, they have dumplings. I thought maybe I was looking for like an image of one of the because I was going to take a picture. I should have on the highway driving down, but there's no dumpling billboard signs. It was funny. Send in the dumplings. I don't know.
I'll look more into that in a little bit.
I got a kick out of
it. But it was good. Got to have lunch with my uncle and my dad, and Nick was here too, so it was fun. Got to hang out with them for a little bit. So,
NBA, we cashed the NBA rare NBA winner here in the video with the Magic outright.
I had the Magic outright as well.
We will do a little Magic. I'm annoyed myself
that I had the Pistons and Rockets too. So,
who'd the Rockets play?
Portland, and got blown out. Or they
that was a sketchy line. We said that too. We're like, what are we doing with that line? We said, let's stay away from that game. That was a game. You weren't here yesterday.
No, I was not. I was on the Rockets.
Lillard is out. I said that's kind of a spot where a game or two in, you take the
last part of last game.
Yes,
whatever.
Yeah, but still, now they have. This is a game they kind of step up in. That's their step up game.
Yeah,
the guy goes out.
Yeah, I'm messed up on that one.
So Portland, we said Denver yesterday. We said why? That line was.
I was on Utah, but that didn't work out.
That was and then I kind of like the Lakers. They didn't cover.
Lakers still suck.
I said to him, I said, I can't bet the Lakers are so bad, but I said 9. I said it's kind of like.
Oh, you got a 9? I got 8.
8. Yeah, it was 8.5. It was like I was like, man, it seems like they're begging to take the Lakers and at points. I couldn't do it. Maybe you got a win or a push there. San Antonio continues to get it done.
I almost bet them, but then at the same time, I almost ended up betting the Bulls after they announced Levine was out. So. Yeah, that Levine was out last night, so I almost bet the Bulls just fading the injury report, but I didn't. I'm happy I didn't.
Yeah, today I was looking real fast to see if I could take anything. I'm like, nothing really jumped at me here. Maybe Utah at home. But
I jumped on Memphis. Just because the
line come down?
Bit, I know, but Ja Morant's going to most likely be out, and we saw how good Memphis was without Ja Morant last year, so. I'm all right with fading. I'm all right with getting the cheaper line with Memphis, to kind of back.
Well, Memphis hurt us the other day because we had them against the Kings, but they got it done. So
we had the Kings.
Yeah, as I said, they got it done. Memphis got it done versus the Kings.
Yes, correct.
Maybe OKC. That's a big dog today.
I almost pulled the trigger on them, but I just did not.
Yeah, today I'm not running.
I end up for NBA today. I end up going Memphis, Milwaukee, and Chicago.
Yeah, I bet one hockey. I did a little puck line on the Flames for myself here, but I didn't throw anything in the chat for NBA or hockey. So
that's fair. We got a lot of plays up on the site today. So
again, maybe the Rangers. Kind of like Ottawa. Florida hasn't played that well.
I think Nick's on Florida puck line. Yeah, Nick's on. Well, no, Florida has been playing good. Last game they got 51 shots off on Philadelphia. Except
Yeesh.
for Carter Hart was phenomenal.
All right,
and
yeah. Anytime I see big shots like
that
that and they lose, you come back the next game.
100%. And Ottawa's been a little bit skitty.
Yeah.
So,
what about
Nick's
the Kraken?
on Ottawa for that game.
Kraken line looks a little weird. Comes down. Everybody's on Pittsburgh.
Oh, Pittsburgh's on a second leg of a back-to-back after losing to Vancouver last night.
The Canucks.
The Canucks got their second win of the season.
Wow. Let's jump into chat here. See what
Anyways,
people want. Probably talk football. Watch you and Ross talk about Ohio State, Penn State, and heard you say you're laying. Grab 60 on Penn State. Yeah, I like OSU. I just I'm a little biased to OSU. I've liked them all year. I think they're the best team, best offense. It's just for me. I don't know. I'm Penn State. I don't know if they can play with the big boys. Granted, you go to Auburn, big win, SEC country. I get it, but man, you were just gashed by Michigan. I mean, okay, you got a win over Purdue. Like, who are your marquee wins? Last week you had big win over Minnie. Okay, and I had Minnie. I'm figuring Minnie could run the ball. Penn State can't stop the run. Minnie has no quarterback. I kind of like Rutgers, as long as we're talking about Minnesota. I'm like, man, 13.5. I know you're a dog guy, Jesse. But Richie P hitting the like button. Richie, welcome in, my friend. Chicken and dumplings, yes. Bearcats money line versus UCF. No, thank you. I like Central Florida. Shannon's in the house. Good morning. Portland, Houston yesterday. Yes. I'm hopping on Tulsa today. Get it. West Virginia, UCF, and Mizzou. That Mizzou, South Carolina line. I mean, I like South Carolina. I got a bad South Carolina. I got 5.5. So obviously I'm a little concerned. Lines come down.
Yeah, I'm on South Carolina too.
I don't know. If it's a loser, it's a loser. I'm going to have a loser. It happens. I don't mind. I mean, what am I going to do, folks? UCF, I like. West Virginia, I don't like. I like TCU. TCU has answered the call every step. No, I mean, do they have a letdown here? I mean, if they're going to win, if it's a letdown, they lose outright. And I don't see that happening. West Virginia gives up way too many points. They give up way too many points.
Especially TCU's got tied for the third best offense in college football. The only two teams that are better are Tennessee and Ohio State.
I mean, seriously, man. They just put up points. And they put up points with 3 different quarterbacks. Like somebody goes down, the guy comes in, they still start chucking all over the place. It's a good system. It's winning. And again, this was a 6.5 when it opened. So it's 7.5 now. And you know me, Shannon. I see 7.5. I'm laying at 7.5 because that 7.5 might as well be 17.5 because that game's it's going to be a double-digit win for whoever. West Virginia defense not up to the test. They did give a 50 to Texas Tech last week or something, didn't they?
Yep. By the way, we have our annual tradition on Saturdays because they start up at noon. First touchdown of the Saturday slate.
Hold on. Let me guess a game.
Oh.
Because my thing hasn't updated here. Is it a shocker? Will somebody be like, you got to be kidding me?
Yeah, probably.
All right. It's got to be Connecticut. Connecticut are like.
Of UConn. Touchdown.
I was saying it's got to be them or like Akron, the two big dogs in the
Yo, it's UConn, which is good because we have them +9.
I saw that line come out and I was like, I looked at taking BC. I'm like, and I clicked off the game. I'm like, I can't take BC, man. And like, this is, but then it's like, do I take it UConn? I'm like, oh boy, I'm all for holding my nose taking plays. I was like,
UConn, baby, let's get it. Anyway,
Bucks are quiet.
UConn, first touchdown of the day.
I mean, it's quiet because the hype is on. No one's talking about them. They're a good team. Let's not get carried away. Like they're a quiet 4-0. Like nobody expected a team with Giannis to be any good. Tooch is in the house. I just did a show with Tooch. You can see me and Tooch on the Barroom Network. It's a good guy. Phillies last night. I grabbed run lines today. Yeah, I had Phillies last night. We had a nice plus 150. I marked it down as a loss. I'd set it as a loss, and then I saw it was tied up. I'm like, oh boy. Then I had to redo my numbers. But I got Astros run line today. Give me the Astros run line. Indy, New Jersey over. The Nets. This team is a mess. What's this? South Alabama, Arkansas State under. I could go under Red Wolves with you. San Diego State plus the 10. San Diego State. I don't even know where we're at in that game. Fresno. That's right. Oh boy. Lines jumped up a bit here, huh?
That was I just turned on the Syracuse game for Notre Dame to get a pick 6. 7 seconds in. Cool.
It's looking good for me so far. It's early though. That's why bet it and forget it. Don't ride the highs and lows. I know about that San Diego State line. That's a no play for me, Miz. Is it not true that all the marquee wins for Horned Frogs have come against opponents with injured quarterbacks? I do not know. Let's look at their setup here. So K-State, yeah, but the K-State quarterback, remember, he's a transfer. So the guy who comes into play was their starter last year. It's not like a guy who didn't play. Okie State's quarterback's been banged up all year. Kansas, was their quarterback banged up as well? But he's also a guy who they had multiple quarterbacks last year as well. Oklahoma, did he get hurt in that game? And against everybody else, I mean, come on, Colorado, Tarleton, and SMU. For college, I see that's more for me. I look at kind of more of an NFL for a backup quarterback or an injured quarterback. Because in college, you got some teams with a transfer, like the kid from Nebraska comes into K-State. So the K-State quarterback who's been there starting, it's not like you're rolling out a true freshman who's never thrown a ball with these teams. You know. Florida Atlantic. Give me the Owls. Plus 5. Pitt, North Carolina. Did I look at anything on this game? Maybe lean to an over. I don't even know. I mean, Pitt's off a bad loss. Yeah, no opinion on that game for me. I mean, I don't even know if I like the over there. That's no thank you. No thanks on that game. So ND, Tulsa, Louisville, under SC. Teaser Tuesday was TCU, Ohio State, Oregon. Baseball, Stros. NBA, I got nothing today for you. And hockey, nothing in the chat, but I did bet the Flames. I'm 10-13 on my hockey on the year. So I got to get that on track. Had the Columbus team yesterday. Did not get there. What am I going to Pick 6 TD, yes. Let's go Irish. See how they do. What else is there? So underneath the scroll is rolling. We have the teaser up for NFL, in case you're interested in that. You should have this again from Teaser Tuesday, Dallas, Philly, and Washington. But any thoughts on Coastal Carolina? Let's bring up a little Sun Belt against Marshall. I kind of want to take a little Marshall here, believe it or not. I thought about it, and I'm going back because I had Madison last week, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe Marshall's kind of finding their way. Not that the Notre Dame win is all end all be all, but you've just seen like a Jekyll and Hyde out of these guys. All right, so you beat Notre Dame, then you lose to Bowling Green. Obviously, letdown spot. Troy's a tough team, 16-7. Gardner Weebs, that's your pay win. The ULL game, I think we said to take Lafayette in that game against Marshall. Then you beat Madison. It's just, I don't know. Like the line looks to take Coastal. You're 6-1. You're getting points. And Marshall, again, I ran down their scores. Win, lose, win, lose. And then you have Coastal, who got demolished last week by Old Dominion. Excuse me, Coastal got demolished by Old Dominion. So, like, a better team getting points off a terrible loss. Why would you take Coastal? It just seems too easy. Again, no thank you. Who's laying 10 with the Nets? I don't want anything to do with the Nets. No betting allowed. NBA. Marshall QB is questionable as well, and they're still favored? Fishy. I don't know. How about, you know what? If you want to take Coastal, grab a money line. At least you get them plus money. If it goes down, so be it. They lose 30-14. It's like, whatever, they're bad. You know, they win this game. You lose by 28 last week to blow your 6-game win streak. Now you're a dog to a team that wins, it loses, it wins, and a quarterback's questionable. I mean, Marshall's this isn't quarterback you. Take Coastal money line. Baylor, Texas Tech. Am I crazy for taking 17 with Cal Bears versus the Ducks? Yeah, I think Oregon is a 20-plus win here. I like Cal as a dog, and this opened at like 12 or 13. It's gone all the way up. Not in this spot. Oregon's just been rolling along right now. So I will lay 17. Let's just call it 20. I need 20 by Ducks here. And Texas Tech, I mean, they don't miss a beat. Look at the Texas Tech scores. I mean, Baylor, I thought Baylor, they were playing West Virginia. I said, let's take the under here, 55. Baylor needs a win. They'll come out, play some defense. Take Texas Tech. I said Baylor. They had Kansas coming up. Kansas, K-State, Texas Tech. I think they even have Oklahoma still to play, I believe. I don't know if I'm just trying to remember real fast off the top of my head what their schedule is. They don't have some easy cookings to go. Yeah. Oh, they got Oklahoma next, K-State and then TCU. Like, am I buying Baylor here? Texas Tech's going to score some points. Look at this score. What's this line? I think we talked about these guys at the beginning of the year because they were playing NC or NC State. I forgot. And boy, do I have it? I don't even know if I still have it in the banners here. Texas Tech, under the 5 wins. That was my initial thought with these guys. So, I don't know. There are my picks for the Big 12 conference. Early looks NFL. Joe, where are you? We do look headlines. Where were you last Sunday? Early looks for the NFL. I mean, we've talked about NFL all week long. Okay. Got 9 games bet this week. NFL action. Tennessee, Kentucky. I like the under. I bet the under today. 62. They do have Georgia on deck. You don't think Kentucky is very good. They're not very good. They're a good team. They're a defense team. They're a run team. I like the under. Now, Levi's a good quarterback. This guy might be the top pick in the draft. People, don't love the guy. Point wise, though, I don't know. This was 12. It's come down. I get people buying Kentucky because they have Georgia on deck. Again, for me, just an underplay. This is a watch kind of game. How good's Tennessee? Because we saw them at Pitt kind of give up some points. Bama, although I don't think Kentucky's the Bama caliber, but Kentucky's a tough little squad. I don't know. It's a no play for me on the side. No play for me on the side. I really like the NFL card, which means I'll get crushed or we'll go 6-1. That's always the way it is. That's always the way it is. I mean, I was saying, I don't know where I was saying it. I said for NFL, I've been doing pretty good. Most weeks, like going like, let's just say, 7-3 kind of weeks, basically 6-4 is overall. Eventually, I'll have a 3-6er. Will probably come out of somewhere with NFL eventually. I can't hit 67% all season. But you just gotta, if the things are going well, Sean, and your numbers are the way they are, you play what you got to play. Could be 6 games, could be 3 games. That's just the way it is. The picking and choosing is tough. That's why I say you can't. You kind of like a team that's like a +1. You know what? You like all those kind of small dogs? Take them off. There's 4 of them. You got to bet all 4. You're picking 1. They go 3-1. You got the loser. So fire your games away if you like them. How's your NFL been going, though? If you like the card and you're going 3-2 every week, that's fine because that's 60%. You add those up. If you're going 1-4 every week, maybe it's time to adjust your place and adjust the bankroll or change the way you're thinking. What do you think about the Niner line movement all over the Niners off the bad loss to McVay? Well, I said this on Looking at Lines. I said, no matter what happens with the Kansas City game, they beat Kansas City, the line's going to come down, right? They were a 2.5-point dog. They beat Kansas City. Wow, they're awesome. The line comes down. They lose to Kansas City. Woe is me. The sky's falling. The line comes down. This was like the Kansas City line coming into San Francisco when it was a pick 'em. You bet Kansas City ahead of time thinking if they beat the Bills, the line's going to go up. Be like, oh, my goodness, Kansas City's awesome. They lose to the Bills. Oh, my goodness, there's no way they lose 2 in a row. So the Niners own McVay, short of their crappy coach ruining another win and blaming Gucci Garoppolo for an interception. They cough up another fourth quarter lead like they did in the Super Bowl versus Kansas City, like he did with the Atlanta Falcons. The fact is that they have won, I think, like 7, 8, 9 in a row, whatever the case would be over McVay. Rams have a bye week. Wonderful. Is Flipper Anderson playing? I mean, did they bring back Isaac Bruce? What other wide receivers are on this team? The offense has been bad. Who's the running back? Maybe they might be good for a half. I don't know. The Niners are getting some guys back on defense. McVay is not Andy Reid. You got your Super Bowl, and now you're paying for it because you have no depth on defense, and your offense is terrible. And Stats Patford doesn't look good back there. And he's not even putting up stats anymore. Matt Stafford's turned into Matt Ryan. Should have bet the Niners early. Not sure where you were Sunday night, Shannon. So take the Niners. Take the Niners. I think we should take Washington too. That line was 6. It's 3. Like San Fran under 42. Yes. Niners under tomorrow. Sure. SU plus 17.5 on a live line. Is that what that is, Tim? What do we got? Is that 14-0 already?
No, it's tied up at 7.
And they're plus 17.5. What, am I missing something? What's SU? Is this Stanford?
Yeah, what's SU?
Stetson?
I don't think that you would be referring to Syracuse, but I could be wrong. Let's see what if I type in SU.
Stanford?
Oh, it's not going to help me with that. What are you trying to get at with SU?
SU. I'm trying to think.
Stanford.
Seattle University?
Stanford to 16.5, so maybe against UCLA. That's the only thing I could think of that you're trying to say, but I don't know.
I'm trying to think of Southern University.
Oh, hold on. That could be something. Hold on. And the only reason why I say it could be something is because that's where College Game Day is.
Is that who they're playing?
Southern plus 17.5 against Jackson State.
There we go. Southern U. That's what I was like. I mean, come on.
That's where College Game Day is.
Listen, Joe, you put up SU in the chat. You're going to think Syracuse. Now we got to go through Southern. All right, so Southern is playing prime time. Prime time, I said yesterday, I said prime time will be head coach of Florida State. I'm calling it. That's my thing here. Norville's going to screw it up for Florida State, and he'll be coming home to take over the Seminoles. Dion at the Knolls with all that no money? Holy cow. Holy cow. I don't know. I don't know much about these two teams. I'm not going to pretend to know. 17.5. I guess take them. I don't even know. What did the line open at? We got opening number on this at all? Anybody know?
Did he freeze? Yeah, he froze. 7-0 West Virginia. Crap, that's not good. Field goal for the Sooners. At least it's only a field goal. I think he froze. Yeah, frozen. All right, that's what I figured. You got 14 and a hook with Southern. I don't know. NBA thoughts for today. I'm on Memphis, Milwaukee, and Chicago. Yeah, touchdown West Virginia. There it is. Maybe take TCU.
I tried to pull up live lines and a bunch of crap happens.
There you go. I'm gonna go live bet TCU.
Are you really? What's going on there? What happened? What I miss?
Touchdown West Virginia. Pick a money line is. No, I'm gonna go. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab TCU first half. Pick them at plus 135. Let's do it.
Well, sounds good to me, I guess. So Notre Dame's tied up. OSU's on the board. Anyway, all right. Where am I at here in the chat here? Tim was looking for some NBA. Shannon was looking for NBA. I don't know if you have NBA. Don's in the house. 14.5. I guess this was everybody's coming to say hello to Tim because I froze. Kind of think West Virginia wins. Well, you're out to a quick lead here. King D's in the house. We're just living the dream, King. You know that. You know that. What else is going on? That's it. Quiet day here on a Saturday. Everybody's watching the games. I don't mind. It is what it is. We'll wrap it up. Be back for NFL Sunday. Again, everybody have a good one. Good luck on your bets. Hope you win. Take it easy.